Your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Tricia Cunningham.
Good evening, Suzette.
Another exciting show this evening.
It sure is. And I just have to say,
yes,
I love having you on Mystic Matters as
You
a co-host.
do?
We have such a good time.
we do have a good time.
We have a good time.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of little chitter-chatter before we
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
come on the show.
Well, you
and
know,
we have a good time. So
We
I
do,
just want to
Tricia.
say thank you.
Well, thank
'cause
you, and
it's-
thank you for being a co-host all these years too. But I think that I don't want to say difference. I think the commitment that Tricia and I really, and we really mean this to our town, I think makes a difference in the way that you and I commit ourselves to the show.
Absolutely.
And not only in town, we want to make sure that our businesses that are members of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce succeed, and that we also, coming into the summer season, have a great summer.
Absolutely.
As well.
And a company,
segue.
Yeah, one of our local attractions
Yes.
had a great season so far and a great kickoff to the summer. Great winter, great spring, and now great summer is the Mystic Aquarium.
Yes, and welcome back, Erin Merce from the Mystic Aquarium.
Thank you.
It is our year.
It is.
It really
really
is.
is.
Knock on
It
wood.
is.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it has been a fantastic year.
Yeah.
Over a year and a half. I mean, we've seen great success with our
And great
attendance.
increases.
We really have. We really have.
Yeah.
So I just want to remind everyone, if they
Right.
haven't been there in a while, there's always new things going on.
And just for a little bit of a segue, Erin, because I know you're there, you do a great job for us at the aquarium. But Erin is a part of a group at the Mystic Aquarium Sea Research Foundation that is very visionary and committed to not only the science and the education and the local community, but all those three.
It's more than an
partners.
attraction.
Exactly,
It's more than an attraction.
Exactly. Thank you, Tricia. It is more than an attraction. It's a very big commitment. So thank you to you and Steve Cohen, the CEO of the aquarium, and also the board of directors and the commitment from the staff too, and that includes you. So
you.
that's another good segue.
Yeah.
So that's it. I'm not thanking you anymore because I really mean it, but I really do mean it.
That's very
Yeah.
kind. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Well, I just wanted to remind people of the new attractions. Titanic, of course, that
Yes.
opened in April. We have a brand new 4D theater. Right now it's playing SpongeBob SquarePants.
Which is such a cool,
It is
cool little
right.
video.
It's very
so,
cool. It's
so
very
fun.
very family friendly. It's
Yep.
an interactive environment, 3D film with mist and bubbles, and your seat does some crazy things. So fun attraction. A couple of events I want to talk about. This Friday, June 29th, we're having a fundraiser for our animal rescue team. Like you said, we're more than just an attraction. We rescue seals and sea turtles, any marine mammals that come up in Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Fishers Island, New York. Our team is incredible, and they rehab these animals who are near death, and then we release them back into the wild. So it's a really great thing. They need our support. We had some funding cut this year for the program, so we're looking to raise some money this year just to keep it going. It's very important. And
So
then
what's the name of the event?
Seals on the Rocks.
And it's Friday.
Friday,
Okay.
June 29th. There will be a bartending competition, drinks, food, a silent auction, lots of fun, live music.
Good,
So-
fun all around. Great fun night
Absolutely.
out. Good.
Right.
Good.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank
And
you.
any other fun things
I
coming
just
around
want to
the
plug our South African Braai, which is a South African barbecue on July 14th. Our African penguins will be making an appearance.
Interesting.
And you can learn all about them. They're an endangered species. We do
Right.
a lot of work both here in Mystic and in South Africa to save the species. So you get some South African flavors and meet our African penguins. So.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
Fun events coming up at
Right.
the aquarium. That's terrific.
Right. Thank you,
Good.
Erin. We'll
Thanks,
see you in a
guys.
couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Tricia, what else is going on?
Well, one big event that I'm sure you are all aware of out there that's coming right around in a couple of weeks is Op Sail. So this is coming up into New London, and there's going to be tall ships and different ships on display, and that is happening July 6th through the 9th, and that will also include a fireworks display on the Saturday of the weekend, and just a great weekend out for a family to celebrate boating and tall ships, and another element of that is commemorating the War of 1812. So that is just going to be a great weekend for southeastern Connecticut.
Right.
I am sure our hotels will all be filled up for that weekend. Our restaurants will be very successful. The attractions in Mystic
all
will
do
be
well.
successful. So this is a great weekend for the entire region. So if you're looking for more information on that event so that you can start planning, it's the website is opsale2012ct.org. So that's opsale2012ct.org.
Right. And just going to remind people again, it is a summertime. Shop locally, Old Mystic Village. Support our Mystic Aquarium and Mystic Seaport, downtown Mystic. We are all open for business, so I'm hoping that all of you get out there and support us, support the local economy.
Absolutely, and we talk a lot about downtown and Old Mystic Village as centers of shopping areas, but there's so many different businesses on the way to and on the way from downtown Mystic to Stonington Borough and along Groton. So there's lots of different places. So definitely when you're making that business decision or a personal decision to purchase something, please make sure you consider doing that locally first.
So we want to talk about local business.
Yes.
And what more visibility can you get but the Packer building, okay? And in that Packer building,
there's a lot of hidden gems in the Packer building.
There really
on
is.
Route 1.
And then one biggest business.
I thought you were
I'm
going to say
thinking,
gem. I wasn't sure what you were going to say.
Gem is, and I usually would say gem because I like gems. But we want to welcome back Fred Astaire Dance Studio, and I'll say Rogelio Garcia. All right, to my left, and we'll try this. Juliet Thibodeau.
Juliet Thibodeau.
And I thought I was going to mess up on the last
name.
The last name was great.
But but it was funny because Rogelio, we were talking about this. What do you want us to call you? Because everybody knows him by Garcia. So I guess we'll just start with that.
Yes. Yeah. No, Fred Astaire Dance Studio. They've done an amazing job in the Packer building. And you've had, how many years have you been there now?
We have been there for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very successful. We have expanded. It's amazing. Everything just keeps growing. Our economy just from year to year we keep improving and improving. We have 6 teachers now. It's just a party every time you walk in there.
How many did you start with?
We started with 3 teachers,
actually. 3 teachers, and now you have 6 teachers.
Yeah, now we have 6 teachers.
And they're all busy.
And they're all busy. If I was saying, you walk in the door, it's like a big party going on. Every 2 minutes, there's something going on. So, everybody's dancing, they loving it. That's the idea, right?
Yeah. How could you be down with the music going all the time? And you can't be down. It's an exciting feel.
Yeah.
It's really funny because that's what I tell people when they call us. You don't know where we are. Just enter the Packer building and you just follow the music.
You'll hear it.
You can find us. There you go. Yeah, it's exactly what I say.
That's funny. And so, what is your position at Fred Astaire?
Well, supposedly I manage. No, I'm a teacher as well, so I teach a lot of single men that walk in the door, couples. I do a lot of coordinating. I make sure since we have 6 teachers that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay. So you're managing everybody's schedules and you're teaching.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you are one busy lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay, hold on to her. Make sure.
Yes. She's taking a lot on my shoulders, which is great.
So, Rogelio, we haven't had you on the show for 5 years. Tell us what you and Vadim been up to.
We have been up to no good besides that.
But there's a lot of growth, a lot of different programs that you're offering. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes,
definitely added a lot.
Yeah, we are starting actually this summer. First of all, we open a studio for who we cater into who really matters now, which is actually our kids. We're now starting a program for kids. We opened a whole new side, brand new floors. Everything looks fantastic, and it's just for the kids. We figured that we're going to start a summer camp for July. So anybody that's out there, you want to get your kids out of the front of the TV, bring them over to the studio. They'll have a blast.
What are the ages for that summer camp?
Any ages.
We have 2 separate weeks going on, and the first week is going to be for kids from the age of 5 to 8, and then from the second week is 9 to 12.
Oh, good.
So when you call the studio, you just let them know how old your child is, and we'll make sure we'll find the appropriate classes. And it really gives them a chance to experience all the different things that we offer. We offer, ballet classes, hip-hop classes, jazz dancing, some Zumba Atomic for kids. So there's a lot of different things that they can kind of, get to know in the summer camp. to let them see what they like and what they want to do afterwards.
And with the young kids, when you're teaching them dance, I'm guessing that it builds a lot of confidence and a lot of kind of self-control and self-discipline for those kids.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
It definitely does. You know, they really have to pay attention, but they get to use their energy because they're moving a lot, so they don't become hyperactive, and they get to focus on something. They learn how to walk upright. They learn how to use their body very well. So it's a great confidence builder for kids. Absolutely.
Now, have you taught kids as well as adults?
I have, yes.
So, what is one of the biggest difference between who's easier to teach?
Oh, that's a hard one. They all have different things that you need to focus on. The really great thing about kids is that kids aren't scared. Kids don't think about it's really
No
especially the
inhibitions.
young ones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they don't care about what the person next to them thinks of how they look when they do this, until they get the kind of the teenage level. But before that, they just don't care. They just go and do everything.
Yeah.
So and they just go full energy out into it. Which then, that's the bad part, they have a lot of energy. But that's actually a great thing. And, you can really get them to develop skills very quickly because they learn fast and they don't care about making a fool out of themselves. They'll try 5 times, and if they fall down trying it, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Pick it up and
interesting
laugh.
that we had a conversation before the show that, Rogelio, you were saying that get the kids away from the TV. And, that's very, very interesting that that there are other options that are actually very good, like Juliet was talking about, very good for them. Being very concerned, and when we're talking about a world of, when they don't eat right, the obesity, that you can get out there and actually put your energy towards something like this and
that
get the
builds
kids
their
away.
personal
Right.
self-growth. So it really has
Exactly.
a direct benefit to them.
Well, the
too.
great part
I was-
about that is it's not just the kids; it's the adults too. We get this
Absolutely.
all the time.
Right,
Everybody
absolutely.
that walks in the studio is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe how great this is for me." They walk home and they're like, "I just lost 10 pounds dancing. I feel better." And it's not exercise. It is exercise, but you don't notice that you're exercising.
Right, right,
So-
because you're having fun.
Yes.
Yes. It's really funny because we just got out of a lesson before we came here. And I had the air conditioner in the car blowing because I was sweating so much from my previous lesson.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is, I don't need exercise, but I am going at it. And it's,
Right.
my student, can you imagine how the student gets out of the lesson?
Right.
It's
Right.
amazing. We also, going back to the kids, like I was just thinking this. Kids are very coordinated these days in their thumbs. They play video games a lot. So, dancing is a very good thing to start working on their coordination, their social skills, being with other kids out in a different activity besides just being in the classroom.
Right.
It makes a big difference for kids, for sure. And Zumba Atomic is something
Tell us
that...
a little about that. Yeah.
Zumba Atomic is for kids. We have actually our Zumba teacher is actually a school teacher during the day, and then she does this part-time, and she loves teaching kids. Obviously, that's her thing, and she just got her certification for that. And our Zumba classes are just booming.
So are the Zumba classes there for kids?
They're for kids and adults. It's really...
The two separate ones?
The two separate ones, of course. You don't want to put them all together.
Right,
Just,
right.
little kid, it's a little hard.
So for the ones for the kids, when do you have those classes?
The kids are going to start actually doing that for the summer camp.
Okay.
That's going to start in July. So we should get, if you guys need some information on that, I think we're putting up the website.
Yep.
We're going to have it all in the website. They can get all the information they need. That's pretty much that. And for the Zumba, they're always in the website. It was really funny. I just walked in the class the other day, and everybody was just having a party. I'm like, they're moving their body
I want to
all
know
over
what
the
that
place.
music was when they were having a party. What's in that music?
It's
Yeah.
loud and exciting. That's what it is.
It's loud and
Yeah.
exciting, and the Zumba teacher is just keeping them all going. And, people don't feel self-conscious because it's really all about moving your body. However you do it, it doesn't matter.
Now, what does your skill level have to be to join a Zumba class?
If you can walk, you can do this.
All
That's
right.
all you need to be able to
If
do.
you can walk,
If you
can
can
do
walk,
this.
you can dance.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. Trisha and I, we talk about these things every time after the show, and we all get excited about it. Then we say, "Nah, we're not going to be embarrassed." You know what I mean? That's just-
It's really. Rogelio likes to say this. We're an embarrassment-free zone, because we all assume, that you don't know how to do this. This is okay. We'll start you from step 1, and we'll get you going. And everybody in the studio, no matter if you're doing ballroom dancing or Zumba, they're all there to do the same thing. We're all there to learn how to do it. But especially since you asked how good do you have to be for the Zumba, you just, have to be able to walk, keep moving the entire time. And the teacher does a very good job of explaining the steps in the beginning and, going through the motions. You probably have to take, a couple of classes to do it full out the entire time, but you catch on pretty quick.
Okay. Good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I know you guys participate in a lot of community events as well. So, you can go to Fred Astaire Dance Studio to see what they're doing, but also you go out into the community a lot because you've come out to one of the nights of Taste of Mystic. You'll be out, roaming around in the bar area and showcasing some of the moves that you can do. But what kinds of groups are you partnering with this summer or going to be involved with this summer?
One thing that the studio is doing right now, we're doing Toys for Tots. So we're having every single one of our students, they're going to get a free lesson just for bringing a toy for kids. Of course, all about the kids this summer. We love the kids. So, and we're doing that. We're also doing on June 29th, right?
Yes.
And June 30th, I'm sorry. And that is going to be...
That's Dancing in the Dark. That's the Stonington Historical Society. It's a fundraiser for them. So we're going to be teaching a class there. We're going to be giving a demonstration. We're going to take part in their auction. So we're going to donate some lessons there. That's one of the things we're doing this summer.
That's terrific. That's good.
So tell us about, your lessons. Okay, so somebody comes in as a beginner. How does this work? Do you have to sign up for a certain amount of weeks? How does that work?
It all depends, right?
Okay.
Like I always tell that to everybody. You know what? You can spend an hour of your day and learn how to dance, a few basics, or you can spend a year and learn how to dance for the rest of your life that you don't really have to worry about it ever again. And do you want to look like you just learned how to dance yesterday? Do you want to look like you've been dancing your entire life? It all depends what you want to put into it. Most of our students that walk in the door have zero experience in dancing, zero. So we start them from the very beginning, teaching them how to move their body, how to be coordinated, how to use their hips, how to use their arm. Especially for the guys, we teach them how to lead. Ladies, we teach them how to follow.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things. I mean, you think
I
it's
would
funny,
think
right?
that was very big. Okay, because I wouldn't know. That
She would never lead.
I would never. I mean, I am a very good follower. I have to say.
She's a good dancer. This
We should
one.
test that. No, we're not going to.
Yeah, ooh,
Yeah, right,
that could be
right,
fun. Next show, we'll have
Next
you.
show, why
yeah.
not?
But so because I hear a lot of it, from the bridal industry, a lot of the brides and grooms come into my store. So one of the first things they'll say, geez, we should take dance lessons. So is it just the type of thing they want to just dance and look good for their wedding, or do they continue on?
It's so many varieties, so many people in so many ways. Like,
Because you must get the dance the couples.
oh, you do,
The bride
definitely.
and
You
and then
get
do you
those
see
guys.
them afterwards?
It's really funny because like they send you a video or they send you pictures, and the way they look is like, wow, they can't believe you just started 3 months ago and you decided to do this.
Yes.
So we just had a couple that walked in the other day and they wanted to do a fun, crazy swing, and we just had another couple the other day. They just wanted to get along and dance and just look nice.
Make sure they
No,
know
just
what
get
they're
along
doing.
with it.
Yeah.
Just let them
I
flow.
hope
Hold their own. Hold their own.
I hope they get
It
along.
wasn't you.
I hope they get along.
I hope so too.
Yeah. But I mean, so it's just it's a
Do you
variety.
choreograph for them? Like,
Yeah.
do you set up, you don't just show them the steps, you help them with the different moves and actually help them with some choreography?
Yes, we do. We do choreograph, depending on what they want. Some wedding couples, as you like to say, get along. No, they want to be able to dance for the rest of the wedding. They want to be able to get out on the floor, have a good time, and kind of know what they're doing. And then you get some wedding couples that want to kind of do a little bit of a show number, and then you choreograph, an entire number for them from front to back. And you focus a little bit more on the showmanship of it versus, the leading and following and the partnering, which is probably what you would want to do if you wanted to learn how to dance for the rest of your life. So we do give, everybody what they need or what they ask for. We'll phrase it that way.
So do you do a consultation when a bride and groom comes in?
I
Sit
think
down with them and kind of get to know what they're looking for?
my first question to any bride and groom that walks in the door is like, what do you want to look like? You tell me, because I can give you something that you're going to show off and look crazy and do all kinds of fun, interesting, cool stuff that's just going to keep everybody off their feet and clapping. Or we can do something that is just about you too, because really the wedding date is about the bride and the groom. So we can do whatever is comfortable that you feel. Like if you want to do just about you two and you want to dance together and just have something that's going to last you for the rest of your life in a video that you can show your kids, off you go. If you want to go crazy and have a good time, we can do that too. But really my first question is, what do you feel like doing? Are you an out there, outgoing personality, or you want to be more reserved about you guys
And
together?
that's the same with someone who's coming in and wants to just learn how to dance.
Yes.
What are the different kinds of dances? There's so many different kinds. What do you teach?
We teach anything. Like you name it, and this is my goal. You name it, we teach it. No questions asked. Wait, hold on a second.
Polka, the polka.
Let's talk about this.
Polka's easy. Polka's easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Polka's
we
easy.
do that
All right,
one.
I got the
Name it,
whole
we'll give it to
country
you.
dance. A country
Done,
dance.
we got this.
R&B,
They're
like
trying
is
to
that a
challenge
dance?
us. That's what's
That's the
happening.
kind of music.
I was saying that's the
maybe-
kind of music.
Well, okay, but like
Hip hop,
okay.
jazz, anything.
Hip-hop.
Hip hop. No, don't.
digit.
I would never. But I'm horrible. I can do foxtrot.
But you have a teacher that does specialize
Yes,
in
so
that.
we do have teachers that do that.
We talk about a little bit about, and Julia, maybe you can answer this. You know, a person coming in, but I have no rhythm. Where can you take that person?
Well, you know, there's a big secret there. Most people think they don't have rhythm, but actually you do. Everything you do in everyday life is based on rhythm. When you have a heartbeat, that's a rhythm already.
Right.
When you're walking, you're setting one foot after the other. That's a rhythm. You just can't translate that to your moving to music yet. But it's just about what you're listening for. It's trainable. Of course, there are people who are a little bit more apt for it, have a little bit more of a talent than others. But everybody does have rhythm and does have the ability to hear it. You just may not have learned how yet. But there is no such thing as I'm not going to be able to do that. Right. You are definitely going to be able to do that.
Well, that's what I wanted to kind of get out there. I mean, I did hear that, and some people say, well, I can't sing, or I can't. But everything is trainable.
Yes.
It's just really basically what you're hearing.
Yes.
And what your body can respond to that piece of music.
Yes.
And listening to that. So I think that's important.
What Fred Astaire says, and we have it in every single program that we show our students, is that he said this himself as a quote that we have, because I think not a lot of people know this, and it's like some people seem to feel that good dancers are born, and all the good dancers have known have been taught or trained. And I memorized this, and I say this to everybody, because everybody thinks, oh, I cannot do that. I don't have the rhythm, or I have two left feet. We have a closet full of right foot. You will be okay.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it's very important. But I love the idea that you're now starting this program with the kids.
Because
I think rhythm, and like you said, Juliet, they're not inhibited. They get out there, and I think that promotes into something, a very graceful person as an adult.
Yes, absolutely.
So you start them young.
Well, it also helps so many for everything else they're going to be doing that involves movement. Be it any sort of sports. They already have a basic coordination that if we start with kids who are 2 years old, and they will start building basic coordinations. To learn everything else is so much easier afterwards. Dribbling a ball is going to be easier if you already know how to move your body.
Right.
And it just goes from there on out. Everything you attack afterwards just becomes a lot easier for your body.
Now, you have quite a passion for this.
Yes.
So how did you come to Fred Astaire Dance Studio, and what is your history?
Well, I'm actually from overseas. A lot of our instructors are, we're a very diverse studio. Or I think Fred Astaire in general is a very diverse company. So we come from all over the world. I'm originally from Germany, and I was trained as a dancer there and saw an ad in the paper in Germany. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. Why don't we try that out? And I'm still here. I kind of liked it.
Right.
All right, good.
Right. So
She believes in that company. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They can teach you how to dance. So
Right. So you've danced since you were small.
yes,
Very, very small.
Yes. Well, I not per se ballroom dancing. I started doing ballet.
Right.
Sort of the thing that we're doing as a kid. And I started ballroom dancing when I was 14, and trained from there on out, and started being educated as a teacher, and moved to the States when I was 20. So still, furthered my education here with Fred Astaire. Went into my professional dancing a little bit.
Well, Juliet here is very modest, because she's actually in the top, 3 in Fred Astaire country-wise. So like we have over so many
Congratulations,
dancers.
Thank you very
Right.
much. Thank
So
you.
Right.
she's actually a very good, professional dancer. And I believe when she was competing out there in every competition every weekend, you were in the top 5, top 6, and semi-finalists. So she was very good. So she's very, humble about it,
Well,
which is very good.
Honored to be in your presence.
So we only have a few minutes. Okay, first of all, so I need to know, there's a couple questions, some big ones here coming up. Where are you located?
We are in the Packer Building,
Okay.
right with 12 Roosevelt Avenue.
Okay.
So it's right where People's Bank is. It's right through that entrance.
Right next to the train station, which is where our office. So we're neighbors. So right next to the chamber office.
And
Yes.
what is your website?
It's dance@fatsmystic.com. Dance@fatsmystic.com.
Oh,
That's our
okay.
email address.
Oh.
And then our website,
Your website.
is fadsmystic.com.
And that's FADS, and it's on the screen. And that's
Yes.
for Fred Astaire Dance Studio, fadsmystic.com.
Yes, I'm sorry, one thing that I forgot to
Yes.
mention. We do have open to the public every Thursday. We have had it for a few months now. It's Argentine Tango. I know they do that now. And they did that in the boardwalk.
Yep.
So we're starting to do that in our
In the
studio, in
studio.
the new space. Yes, so don't forget.
All right.
Sorry,
Thursdays.
Argentine Tango. Be there.
Tango on Thursdays.
Yes.
Okay.
What's
Before
your other
I'm choking,
question?
my last question is, what has Dancing with the Stars done for you guys?
Well, lots. It's gotten dancing out there in the public eye.
Right.
People are excited about it. They know a little bit more when they walk in the door. They're already like, oh, I want to learn how to cha-cha. I want to learn how to rumba. So, you know, there's a big picture in mind already. But what I think is great about it is it does make people see that, wow, you know, they didn't know how to dance when they started, and they look like that. Can I do that? And yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. So it kind of, you know, gives people that knowledge already. And the really great thing is it's made dancing popular again.
Right.
Okay.
It's something cool to do, which it always has been. Just a lot of us didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Fred Astaire Dance Studio, you found out where they were located. Rogelio, so nice to see you. Juliet,
Thank
come
you for
back and
having
see
me.
us again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us, guys.
Thank you.
It was fun. Do it again.
Excellent.
All right, don't say that.
And we've all got rhythm. Remember that. We've all
Yes.
got rhythm. So you just got to find it. So go to Fred Astaire Dance Studio to find your rhythm.
Good evening.
Fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic, into mystic, into mystic.